Wang Dan lost his mother to cancer 18 months ago. While she was still fighting for her life on the hospital bed, the doctor told him to start organizing her funeral arrangements. Wang Dan walked into a shabby funeral parlor just outside the hospital and was greeted by a woman in her sleeping gown.
She said you have two choices. You can either leave a few thousand yuan as deposit or take this number. When the person passes away, call me. I then asked, what do I need to do? What can I do? She said, nothing. You just need to do what I say. My first reaction was, how could I leave such an important matter to such hands?
A lack of transparency in funeral prices and quality of service has long been an issue in China. Even talking about the expenses involved is taboo. But for Wang Dan, his grief turned into a business idea. He quit his job as a public relations manager at an internet company and talked a couple of friends into starting a funeral company 2 years ago. They built a website called Beijing, opened up 2 premises in Beijing, and offered low prices for items such as urns and shrouds. They even came up with some creative ideas, such as using the hair or ashes of the deceased to produce memorial diamonds. These services were welcomed by their target market, internet users aged between 30 and 40 years old. Wang Dan says his company is turning over a monthly revenue of 1 million yuan or $150,000. But unlike many O2O businesses which happen in high frequency, one's death only happens once. So creating an e-commerce platform or smartphone application isn't of much use to their customers.
Our users need actual services, so we've actually been concentrating on offline services in the past year by fragmenting traditional funeral procedures into small steps, so that users can understand them instantly.
But there are areas Wang Dan's company can't touch, namely cremation and grave sales. An average tomb like this, which is no more than 1 square meter, costs nearly 50,000 yuan or $8,000 in Beijing, and this would account more than 80% of expenses for a funeral nowadays. However, in China, the development and sales of cemetery space are strictly controlled by the government, so is the price. Private businesses can hardly break into the game.
In
such an area dominated by monopolies, funeral O2O services can only solve some problems on the margins. They are unable to go deeper and solve problems created by the system.
Li Yangdan's company specializes in studying O2O businesses and publishing industry articles. She says, despite the challenges, companies like Beiyang are making changes.
The biggest transformation the internet has done to the traditional service sector is to improve efficiency and reduce costs. If we not only look at the O2O model, but the internet in general, well, they're pushing everything to improve.
Online to offline funeral services are slowly emerging in Beijing and Shanghai. As for Wang Dan, he's talking with investors to expand his business to more Chinese cities. Feng Xin, CCTV in Beijing.